Hey, hey, hey.
You
We
are
are
live.
live coming to you from Camp from the Heart. We are moochdocking. How's everybody doing today?
We are moochdocking. Look at this beautiful scenery out here. You have to let us know if you see, if you see
Sasquatch.
any deer. We've been watching the deer, babies and mamas, and then there's a turkey that's been around. So
Yeah,
yeah.
saw a turkey coming around. Just finished a show at Snarky Loon in Jenkins, Minnesota, which is just about 20 minutes, 30 minutes north of Brainerd, Minnesota, Paul Bunyan land.
And we are doing our live from outside in the shade because it's sweltering hot inside our home right now.
It is.
So we are out here and it's much nicer out here. So
Yep.
hopefully this is good scenery for you guys.
Yeah, so we're going to introduce ourselves real quick. I'm Dave, and this is... Am I calling the shots or are you calling the shots? Apparently, I'm not calling the shots.
I just had to mess with you.
It just got thrown in that I am not calling the shots.
This is throwing me off, though, because whatever you were doing here now, we can't see people's comments.
Okay.
So
there we go.
Much better.
All
there we go.
Right.
I just want to know that there are people on here and where you are watching from. Jeff and Robert.
Yep.
From Arizona. How are the skeeters? Keith asked, and they're actually pretty good, but you brought some friends home yesterday.
I did. I was chainsawing in the woods for about 4 hours, and I brought home wood ticks galore. So I was picking them off the entire drive back, and then the clothes stayed outside of the rig. Hey, Nathan. Played Nathan's song Seeds today, and it's going over well.
Oh, and hello from Alaska. Oh, that's so awesome. And then Dallas to Indiana.
There you go.
Nevada. Oh, this is so cool, you guys.
Hey, Vicky.
As Dave said, he's Dave, I'm Jacqueline. We are the Border Hookups. If you don't know, I'm guessing if you're on live with us, you know who we are. But if you don't,
then you know who we are.
Who are we? What do we do?
We're the Border Hookups, and the channel is the Border Hookups Go RVing, and we travel across North America and play our music for the people.
We do. We play music. We're in a duo together. We're married. And then I am a health coach as well.
Yep.
And then, we have our YouTube. So we wanted to get on here and answer some questions and kind of tell you all about what's going on. And we have a merch giveaway. We're super excited about that.
Yeah.
So what were you pointing at?
I was saying Puerto Penasco.
Ooh, somebody's on from there?
Yeah. Where did I just see that? Ruth.
Oh, very cool.
Penasco, we're down there. We're going to be playing down there next next June for Circus Mexicus if everything goes as planned.
Honolulu. Wow. And we thought we had beautiful scenery here.
Francesca and Viper.
Yes.
What was that all about?
We are. Those are our names.
Beaches.
Ooh, and
Chad.
Then Ontario, Canada. Got to represent.
Twin Falls, Idaho. Isn't that where Mountain Beaches have their area?
Somewhere in Idaho.
Yeah.
Their
a lot of people checking in.
I love this so much. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. So I think we were going to start by, and if you notice, my voice is getting a little hoarse. We've been playing so many shows, 6 shows in 4 days last week. And then we had, a day off and then a show a day now here.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. But you got to make hay when the sun is shining. Somebody give us a thumbs up if the audio is okay and you don't have wind blowing across the microphone, because we have a little bit of a breeze. And be honest, please be honest.
And being the musician, Dave always wants to make sure that the sound is good.
Yeah. Southern California, Nevada. Wow. All over the place.
I love it.
Holy Hannah.
And if you guys don't see in the comments, I just wanted to mention, because we are streaming on YouTube and we're also streaming on Facebook. So if you don't see the comments that we're talking about, it might be that they're on the other platform. We can see them all, but you, I don't think, can see them all. So just know that. So we were going to talk a little bit about what we have going on. If you're not in the Minnesota area right now, you won't be able to come to our meetup. Sorry.
Which is next Saturday, July 16th, 4 to 6 at 14 Lakes Brewery. We're going to try to do more meetups when we can. That brewery is in Cross Lake, Minnesota, which is, again, 30 minutes north of Brainerd. and about 2.5 hours north of Minneapolis, and about 3 hours south of International Falls, and about 3 hours east. I'm just
This
kidding.
is a geography lesson.
I have no idea. It's we're in Cross Lake, Minnesota, coming up on Saturday. We are not playing,
Right.
and we're purposely not playing because we want to be able to hang out and talk to you guys.
Yeah, we just thought that would be fun to have a meetup in the area, and like Dave said, we want to have some more in some other areas coming up too while we're out on the road. So we're in Minnesota for a little bit longer, and then at the end of the month we are going up to Canada. So we hope to bring you some really good content from Canada. We're going up through Manitoba and up north to where I'm from. So we'll be seeing my family, who I haven't seen most of them in 3 years because of COVID restrictions and everything. So I could not be more excited to see everybody coming up at the end of July.
That'll be fun. Quick shout out to Ray and Cam in Hamburg, Minnesota.
Yes, yes.
And the sounds okay.
Good.
Which is good.
Good.
So thank you guys.
And then, Sean's on. Hi, Sean. And then after Canada, we have shows.
After Canada, originally we were going to go down through over to BC, and then we changed it up because we got a request or an ask from RV Entrepreneurs Summit in Montrose, Colorado. So we're going to duck down through Wyoming, Montana shows, and then we go to, and this is all on our website. A lot of people ask, where are we playing? It's all on the website. And let's see here.
So I'm gonna
throw that up real quick. Oh man, we just added a ton of ton of
so I'll keep talking. The RV Entrepreneur Summit in Montrose, that is going to be in September, and so watch for that. We will we'll post like, I guess, a link or something to that and let you know exactly what all of that is about. Maybe if some of you can come there, that would be great. There are going to be speakers there talking about various ways to make money while traveling on the road. So there'll be some value there. I'm not sure if they're having the recordings of that or not, but you might be able to get the recordings.
Or just come to it.
And then we're gonna be playing music there.
Yep. And then in addition to that, I'm going a little out of order. We were just asked to play the Grand Design Rally in Quartzsite, and we are playing the Grand Design Rally in Tucson. And those are all on our website. Linktree brings you to everything you need to see all things border hookups. So check out Linktree.
So if you don't have a Grand Design, get one.
By the time they have it.
Before.
Right now, we'll wait for you.
And then come to the rally. So it'll be fun to see you there. If you have a Grand Design, make sure you check out those events. We had a blast last year.
That was a blast.
Yeah, and that's where we met Mountain Beaches.
Yep.
They were there.
Control, completely out of control.
As well. So we had fun. And we also met, if you haven't heard of Oldies on the Road, I don't know that they have a YouTube channel. I don't think so.
I don't know. I think they have Facebook.
They're on TikTok.
And TikTok.
If anyone, we're on TikTok too, but the Oldies on the Road, oh my gosh, they are hilarious. Love, love, love them. So we met them at the Grand Design Rally as well. And then you wanted to talk a little bit about our single, possibly?
Yeah, we just came back up through Minnesota. We had written a song called Southbound. I don't know. You probably have heard us play it a few times. We're going to play it again today. And it's written all about our experience of going down and playing with Roger Klein and the Peacemakers. Had a great experience hanging out with their band up in Minnesota. We were so fortunate to be able to see them play twice in one weekend. One was a full band in a big amphitheater, and the next one was in Kurt Wittenauer's garage with Cancion Tequila. If you guys haven't had Cancion Tequila, now is your opportunity. So what are you drinking, Dave? Oh, this is water. This is good stuff.
Nuh-uh.
We played 14 Lakes Brewery last night. And
this is where we're having our meetup.
Yeah, this is where the meetup is. And we'll have them at different places. Next summer we'll have it probably at a different place. Do
they all have to have beer there?
No, they can have vodka. So we're going to be playing there, and then that's what I'm drinking. And it's so hot right now that I needed a refreshing beverage. Is that gonna anybody buying that? Anybody buying that? Yeah.
Really,
Thanks, Jack.
Really cool. Yeah. And then hello from Greg and Penny.
Very cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
So, we're going to be, so let me get back to the tour. We're going to come out of Canada.
Yes,
Instead of
please.
going over to BC, we're going to play in Wyoming. I think we start in Wyoming, and then we head over to Montana, and then we head to Utah, and then we head to Colorado, then New Mexico, Arizona, and we'll see from there. We'll see. We don't know. They keep getting added, which is really good.
Oh, I think we're going to go to Mexico again this year, down to the Baja.
Going to hang out with our friends Gay and Robert.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen their channel, they're great. They're awesome.
They're nuts.
Keith's making fun of my
Yeah, that's why I pinned that.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm assuming that you were making fun of Dave's accent and not mine, and I think it's hilarious, you guys, because we travel all over, and every time we meet people, they say, "Oh my gosh, Dave has such a northern accent." I'm like, I'm from Canada.
Okay.
I'm from way up north.
But Jacqueline sounds like Stevie Nicks right now with her voice. So
you like that?
Had 7 heaters today, and she's
no, I don't
working through a bender.
You like that? You like that voice? That Stevie Nicks voice? Maybe we should break into some Stevie Nicks.
We did play some Stevie Nicks today, and Nathan. Our friend Nathan's worked with Stevie Nicks. So
so this is funny though. We love it when people start having conversations with each other. So Nathan says, I crashed the rally with a Keystone, which he did. He just parked like not far away from the Grand Design rally. And then Mountain Beach just said, you are a troublemaker. Yes. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree with that.
Because the thing about the rallies is you're supposed to have a Grand Design to get in, and I don't want to blur the lines here, but Quartzite's a huge area. So Nathan, what he's speaking of is he parked away from everything, and then we hung out with him at night.
You don't want to break the rules? Is that what you said?
Break the rules.
You guys just come. Just park in the other area and just come.
Yeah. Wow. I guess we're not playing now. So anyway, and then we're going to be playing Wine Country again in Sonoma, Arizona. And then if you guys are interested in seeing a concert, it hasn't been announced yet, but word on the street is it will be happening again this spring, or fall rather. The Roger Klein Country Campout, which is the best weekend you can imagine. You park in a cow pasture southeast of Tucson. You park in a cow pasture and you listen to some really, really amazing music. And we played it last year. We played 3 shows there last year, and we'll see if they ask us to come back. Nothing's for certain until you strum that first chord.
That's true. Very true. So I think we're going to play our song, and we played it before. I don't know if we've done it on a live. I think we have. I'm not sure. But this is the one that we just recorded, and we're hoping to release it as a single. And again, the musicians who should have the best sound are totally not prepared. We're sitting here with our computer, and we're using the computer microphone. Mm-hmm. So we're going to switch it to something on the computer that's supposed to make it sound better, but it is what it is, right? So do you know how to do that? And I'll hand you your guitar.
Sure. Settings.
Yeah.
Chair. Audio.
Yep.
And mic, speaker. What am I doing? Stereo.
Yep. Oh, click off that. Yep. And then click on that. There we go.
All right. We got to get them back. There they are. I'm using a different guitar today because the humidity has been messing with my Takamine. Mm-hmm. So we're going to play, this song's called Southbound. It goes like this. My arm is so wedged.
I don't have my drum or my other percussion, but we're going to make it work.
I got to move that. It is tight in here. All right, here we go.
Let me drive for a minute, no radio low, windshield wipers slapping time to Americano. Dust feeds the devils, tequila strong, 500 Roger fans can't be wrong.
Southbound to Tucson, via Tennessee. I country desert air as far as I can breathe. 3 hours till sunrise, act naturally. Time to waste in two beers chasing one hell of a hair dog and me.
Boots to the pedal, boots to the knees, boots in the bunkhouse.
What happens there dies with me.
3 days to regret, 28 degrees. Save yourselves, face yourself.
Wear shots and aces on your sleeve. Southbound to Tucson, via Tennessee. High country desert air as far as I can breathe. 3 hours till sunrise, act naturally. Time to waste in two beers chasing one hell of a hair dog and me. Southbound to Tucson, via Tennessee. High country desert air as far as I can breathe. 3 hours till sunrise, act naturally. Time to waste in two beers chasing one hell of a dog and me. One hell of a hair dog and me.
All right.
Thank
Can you
you.
change it back?
Yeah. All right. So that's
You
called
like it.
Southbound. It's the tightest I've ever been playing my guitar in my entire life. Wedged in here. We'll go in here, go here, go here.
All right.
And I love that we left Keith's
comments.
rip on me the entire time we left it on, and listen to him. He's just sitting there listening. I love it.
Oh, thank you, Ruth.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's the song.
All right. We're going to officially call it what it is.
What?
There you go. Awesome song. Thanks, Ruth.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, hi, Vanessa.
So yeah, we're gonna keep writing, keep playing, keep traveling. Summers are a little more difficult because we're a little more stationary. But like I said, starting the end of this month, we're going to be going up to Canada. So
giddy as a schoolgirl, aren't
I
you?
really am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have a lot of good content there for you.
Vanessa checked in. Alan from
Oh.
Uray went out to dinner with those guys when they
my
rolled
gosh.
through Uray.
Love you guys.
Uray. Sorry, I get it wrong every time. don't
Uray.
I?
And what a beautiful area.
Yeah. If you guys have never been there,
Yes.
it's amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. That's where we shot the video where the helicopter came down and pulled the trees out, and my knee went all funky on me. But we're working on that.
Oh, Nathan noticed that we changed the dog and me part. Our producer gave us a little advice on that song and had us change one part. And Nathan, being the music guy that he is, noticed that. So
same guy that
very cool.
Steve Jennings, the same guy who on Free, on the album, the song Free, listened to it and said, go back to the camper and write a new verse. Like, really? Just like that? And he's like, yeah, go write a new verse. I wrote a new verse on a piece of notebook paper.
All right. So the next thing we were going to talk about is something that's exciting for us. A lot of people have asked if we have merchandise. And up until now, we really haven't. We did try one run about 2 years ago. And it was really difficult because we designed the merchandise. It was just t-shirts, basically canned koozies. And then we had to get pre-orders, and then we had to have the merchandise stored somewhere, and then we had to package it all up and send it out. And it's hard because, getting to someplace to send it out, to mail it, and then also just storing it because we don't have room. So people kept asking, so we decided we should probably go ahead and have a merch store, which we do now. So we decided to kind of design some merchandise, and it has our logo on it. So we have, Dave's going to bring it up right here. Yay, there it is.
Those are some very good looking people. Oh my gosh.
So we have coffee mugs, we have pillows, we have racer tanks for women. We have t-shirts too. The t-shirts aren't on here. We have those hoodies, and then we have the wine tumblers. We also have water bottles, and they come in all different colors. So the colors you see are not just the colors that we have. So we'll put the link. Are you going to put the link
I
in
don't
the
know what
description?
I'm doing now. I'm a little
okay, go to stop screen right there. You want to stop your share?
There we go. Sorry, guys.
I'm the techie one.
I'm just learning. That's why I don't drive.
So we'll post that in the description.
Yeah.
And then it's in our link tree as well.
Right. It's probably easiest here. I'll put that up too. That's a mouthful right there.
Mm-hmm. But if you go to our link tree that has all of our social media, and our link tree is on everything. It's on our YouTube title page, description. It's in Facebook and Instagram and all over the place. You can find it there. So this is a lot nicer for us because now we don't have to keep the merchandise with us. We don't have room for it and all of that. So if you want to represent, then you can.
You can.
Yeah, we're going to.
We shall represent.
Gotta make sense, right?
Yeah. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to Vanessa. Vanessa's tuned in.
Okay.
Vanessa Ross.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Another musician friend of ours. Very nice. So with that being said, with the merch, we thought that we would Camping Alan, let's hear for the wine tumblers. Yes. Can you pin that? So we decided that we were going to give some merch away. So we'll just basically order it for you and pay for it. Right. Like I said, we don't have it on hand.
And our two choices for trivia, there's either a wine tumbler, Alan, or there's a
water bottle.
No, we're doing mugs. Because we didn't show the water bottle. So mugs, or it's your choice.
Yeah, either a coffee mug or a wine tumbler. The coffee mugs, I think, only come in white.
The coffee mugs are nice because you can hide your alcohol in them and nobody's going to know. The wine tumbler is just flat out obvious. So whichever way you like to do your thing.
Yeah. So we're going to ask a couple of trivia questions, and then do you want to pick like from a hat, or do you want to just do the first one that we see, or how do you want to do it?
You just do the first one that pops up.
Drum roll.
Drum rolls. Oh.
Okay, this is an easy one.
Okay, so this is an easy one. So like we said, it's the first one to pop up in the feed. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put on, after we're done with trivia, we're going to put on our email. And then what you need to do is send us, do you want a coffee mug, or do you want the tumbler, or the whiskey tumbler?
And then your address.
And then your address. So
address.
And then your address. So here we go. The first question is, oh boy, this is an easy one. I know.
You can't remember that?
Which country is Jacqueline from?
Super tough.
Nobody's answering. Nobody knows.
Oh. What does that say? Oh, there we go. It had to refresh.
No, who got it?
Oh
my gosh.
I think Jody, right?
Jody got it.
Jody, and she's in Canada.
Okay.
So we gotta
look at all of them. It just flew.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. And all of a sudden
Fantasia.
it just was like
there we go.
It was
That's
like
right. So can you pin that, please?
Which one?
Up top, or Jody's right there.
They're filling in so fast I can't go.
There we go.
There you go.
Awesome, Jody. Yes.
So because Jody won, she has to sing a song for everybody on the YouTube.
And by the way, Jody, if you're going to be up there, when we're there, we're playing a free show. Because we don't know if we can work there.
We can't technically
honestly. Work there. So we're going to be playing at the airport hall on the 31st. Is it the 31st?
Yeah.
What's so funny about that?
We're playing the airport hall. It's like it was like, really?
Honest. Are you making fun of my hometown?
No. I love your town. Anyway, okay, next question.
Okay, so Jody. Oh, yeah. So Jody, email us theborderhookups@gmail.com and tell us what item you would like.
So this one's going to be funny. This one's going to be really funny.
Drum roll?
Yeah, drum roll. What color is our truck? What colors, and they're just gonna fly up here now.
Jeff said he didn't know this was going to be a test.
There we go.
Oh, there. Camping Alan?
Alan.
Yep.
Alan gets what do you, well, you got to let
Pin
us
him.
know.
Pin
Where
it.
did it go? Where did it go?
Oh, up there.
There we go. Holy crap.
You're too slow. All right, there we go.
There we go.
Yes.
Black. It's funny because it's sitting literally right here. We didn't plan that until we sat down. Okay, last trivia question. What is Jacqueline's other job than being a musician and an incredible wife?
Oh,
Like where I went with that? See how I tied that in?
Yeah. I thought that was really good.
All right, we're going to need a moment here.
That was pretty awesome. Yes. So I do have another job, and that's
pink. There we go.
There we go. Oh,
okay.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? You got to go all the way up.
I know.
Keep going up. Scroll up. Scroll up.
Holy crap.
Oh, right there.
Where?
Our road less traveled.
This one?
Yep.
Oh, boy. It's like playing whack-a-mole.
Health
They're
coach.
filling in so fast.
Yes.
It's so cool that you guys know this stuff.
Thank you.
It's incredible.
Yeah, so that has been our primary source of income on the road. I am a health coach, and I help people to lose weight, get healthy, get stronger, whatever, stuff like that. So it entails nutrition and coaching and community, and it's awesome.
Wow. Nice elevator speech.
Yeah.
So if you won,
yes,
go to this email us. Tell us if you want a can koozie, or not a can koozie, a tumbler or a coffee mug, and then we will send them, and put your address in there, please.
So we got Jody, right?
Okay.
Jody,
Alan,
and Camping Alan, and Road Less Traveled.
Was it that one? Sure.
Yeah,
I believe it was.
Okay, so the three of you, let us know. Did you say this? Let us know if you want a wine tumbler or a mug.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to think we were going to give away a Corvette tonight.
That's next.
That'd have been brutal.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we kind of wanted to do a little bit of a Q&A.
Boy, your voice really took a beating, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
It's kind of hot.
You like that?
A little bit, yeah.
I remember one other time my voice was like this, and it was last summer.
Yeah, and we watched the video. I was editing the video, and I'm like, man, you sounding rough. But yeah, that's what happens.
That's a lot of singing.
Well, not just that, but it's been really hot. And so we're chugging waters and other stuff. And it's been hot. So let's do a little Q&A.
We can do a Q&A.
We're going to kick it off, though, with our own Q&A.
Well, kind of the questions we get asked more frequently.
Yeah.
The most frequently.
Yeah. So the number one is probably, where do we get our mail? How do we handle the mail thing? You want to talk about that?
I can. Several different ways. And I actually had a little video on this on like social media. So, my gosh, we use Dave's brother. Look at all the flies on the screen. Wow.
Oh, thanks, Jennifer.
We use Dave's brother's address as our permanent, just so that we have a place that we can send things. And if it's something really important, he'll let us know, and he'll open the mail, and then he'll mail it to us when we're somewhere where we can receive mail. So that's number one. Number two, if you're staying at an RV park, sometimes they will actually allow you to get packages at the RV park. And very few of them will let you receive mail there. So it's always a good idea to call ahead and make sure that they do allow that service. So you can do that. Another thing that we do is we look for local businesses that will accept FedEx and UPS shipments. So a lot of times it's a hardware store. And again, we would just call them and ask them if they would do that, and they accept that. So we've done that as well. And then you can also ship general delivery to a post office that's in an area where you are going to be staying.
Right.
So there are several different ways. There's another way that we have never used, and that is the Escapees mail service, America's Mailbox. So I know a lot of full-time RVers that use that service, which is really good because they actually have an address, I guess a P.O. box, and they can get mail there. And then the Escapees Mail Service or the America's Mailbox, they'll take the stuff and they'll even scan it in and email it to you if you pay for that service. So there are a lot of different ways that you can get your mail.
Yeah, I saw the comment real quick, interject. I saw the comment from Jennifer and Kurt, and we were driving up through Minneapolis, North Minneapolis area. On our way up, and this car pulled up alongside of us, started laying on the horn and waving. Did they lay on the horn?
No, they were just waving.
They waved.
They were very gentle people.
Yeah, and we were they're Minnesota passive aggressive, so we don't lay on the horns because we were ooh.
Dave was driving and I just happened to look over and saw them waving.
Frantically waving at us.
So of course I waved back.
So we waved back, and they watched the channel. So thanks, you guys. Yeah. That was very cool.
Are they on here now?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And they said they liked the song.
Oh, nice. And you guys are in the planning stages as well, I believe. So
is that going to be the answer for these?
You put it on.
Yeah. Next question is, and we do get this question, is where do I get my rings from? And I wear these on stage a lot.
It's like Liberace.
Yeah, and this is the Roger Klein handmade ring, and then I love turquoise, so this is it's all backwards, so it's so hard.
The camera is up
and
up there.
And then so and I'm not sure. I think I have it's Toad Studios, and it's on Facebook. Heather made these rings, and so. If you like cool rings, handmade rings like these, reach out to Heather. Yeah. And this is
Toad Studio. Yeah. She has Facebook and Instagram as well, and she makes custom jewelry.
And we don't do we don't make anything off of it. She's a friend of ours, and she made these rings, and now I've fallen in love with them, and people ask about them because they're on stage a lot. So reach out to Toad Studios for that. All right,
go back to the comments, please. So as we are answering the questions that we get most frequently, if you guys have questions, please do put them in the comments so that we can answer them.
Yeah.
Okay. So another question that we get asked a lot from viewers is, hey, are you guys going to come to the East Coast anytime soon? Oh, and somebody, look, we have
Tennessee.
A couple.
Yeah. East Coast is a little tougher for us because from what we've heard, not to say we're not going to do it, but from what we've heard is it's a little bit tighter for boondocking out there. Prove me wrong. I would love that. But we kind of have been sticking around the Arizona area, Southwest, mainly because we like to boondock and we like to be off grid, and there's a lot of land out there. But like I said, it doesn't mean that we won't ever come up that way. Tell us about it. Talk to us about it. So
yeah, where are some places that we can stay if we go out east?
Yes,
we do have some friends that are from eastern states, so they probably can help with that a little bit too. So Jeff was asking about a Wi-Fi booster.
Jeff, we have Starlink, and yes, when we see you at the country camp out, you can link onto us. That'll be fine. We understand.
Yeah, we have to. Probably in one of our next videos, we'll talk a little bit about Starlink. We're not the techies who are going to do a review on it, but we'll talk a little bit about it. It's been really nice. We don't know how it's going to work everywhere. We did stay at a wilderness camp that was all treed, and there was too much obstruction. The views were too obstructed, so it was not good there. But where we are now, it's really nice because we can't really get on with our hotspots. But Starlink, as you can see, is working amazingly right now.
Yeah.
But we are going to bring it up to Canada with us as well. So we didn't want to really put that in a video until we've tested it, a few places in a few different situations.
Right. Here's a really good question. And I'm not going to, you know what, Vanessa? Vanessa asked.
Oh, it was Mark.
How often do we hook up often? And then Mark, her husband, who's a very good friend of ours, was in one of our videos.
Was a very good friend.
He was a very good friend of ours. Vanessa, we'll send you some pamphlets, some reading material. You can read all about it and how all that stuff happens. And Mark can too. Is Mark reading now? Is he at that age? All right. This is a good question. Yeah. Congratulations. First of all, that's awesome. Yes. How long did it take you to fine-tune amount of possessions? Not very long. We got rid of basically everything. If it was something that was dear to our hearts, it went in a small box. I have a photo album that I've had all through college with newspaper clippings and whatnot. Not very long. You know, if it was something dear to our hearts, we took pictures of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I like that because I don't have to go and dig around and try to find a box that has photos and stuff. I just pick up my phone and I just scroll through to my favorites, and I have pictures of my kids when they were babies and things on there. So
it's everybody's different though. My brother holds on to everything. I have no problem getting rid of stuff except this one here. And it's just, it's not that tough. But again, it's an emotional decision a lot of times for people. When in doubt, you know what, get a small storage unit. We have friends that do that. Inevitably, they say, oh, we've got to go back home now and empty out our storage unit. So they end up doing it eventually anyway, but it's a good stepping stone. So then if you're absolutely not sure, you don't have the regrets and you don't have the guilt of getting rid of something.
Another thing that I wanted to mention too, though, is that once you get out on the road, you will actually start to accumulate stuff again. It seems like a natural human instinct to just accumulate. So every so often, we have to go through everything. We go through the underbay storage, we go through our drawers inside the RV, and we have to purge and get rid of things because you just tend to hold on to it.
And with that said, here's a prime example. Our road less traveled said, we're in the process of, why am I reading this? This is like what they told us not to do in speech comm in college. Like you put the slide up there and then just read it.
Okay.
I'll let you read it. We'll wait patiently for you to read it.
Well, I thought you were going to read it to me. Now I got to read it.
In the process of selling our home to go full time, since we are downsizing, getting rid of everything, we'd like to donate the coffee mug to a person of your choosing, Clay and Maria. Thanks, you guys. We'll find somebody out there who is in need of a coffee mug.
I like that. Yes. That's really cool.
And that's case in point right there. If we buy a t-shirt goes in the garbage or it gets donated or we put it on the lost. See a wood tick. I got a wood tick. There you go. And
it's just gonna come back if you put it there.
Well, it's still here in my hand.
Oh, here. Yeah. Oh my gosh, where'd it go?
I don't know. Always on your leg. I'm just kidding. So you get rid of stuff. Like we had some glasses and then we got some new glasses and we just donated the old glasses, and because you can't hold on everything. And what happens is you start to collect. And once you start to collect, look out. So have you thought about writing a cookbook?
Oh, you know, I think it's really funny because I have always hated cooking previously. I was never somebody that liked to cook. And in fact, I cooked my whole life because I had to cook for kids and things like that. And now I absolutely love it. I just love cooking because all of the recipes that I make are just simple. So it's a thought. I have not thought about it, but thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy those. If other people who are on here want to see my recipes, just go to, I have a few on YouTube, but you can also go to my personal Facebook page, which is Jacqueline Hudson Coach. And I post recipes, so you can just take them off there and make them and try them.
Yeah. All right. Clay and Mariah, am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying it right.
Maria, where?
Maria, is it Maria or Mariah?
That's Maria.
Minnesota Brian loves coffee. Guess who's getting a mug? He was not shy. He threw it out there. All right, Minnesota Brian. And they were trying to get to our show today, but they got caught up in somewhere else. Yeah.
Oh, well, we have another one tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're at, what's it called?
We're at
Quarter Deck.
Quarter Deck on Gull Lake. Highfalutin stuff. And somebody, your recipes make forever free RV drool. We apologize for that, for the drooling.
They are so good.
Thought about what else we got. Do you have alternate storage or completely downsized to RV? Completely downsized to RV. The sad thing is when we first sold our stuff, we had a smaller RV. And there were a couple microphones to this day I really wish I would have held on to, but I can always go get them again. Our rig now is significantly bigger than the one we started with. So we went straight to downsizing. And
I have a good segue about downsizing. When people buy us gifts now for holidays, birthdays, whatever,
We just donate them to Minnesota Brian. He has everything.
Yes.
He's got a new bike.
We always tell people don't buy us anything because we have to hang on to it. So we always get things like experience gifts and different things like that. And we got a really good gift that will not hang around for long from a couple of our viewers, Penny and Greg. Or not Penny, Vicky and Greg.
Hear that? And we're going to play this song in a little bit, and it's called Satellite.
Yeah.
And if you know the song Satellites. So they brought this to where they brought wine to the brewery.
They did.
I'm not sure how that works.
They gave that to us, and that's the perfect gift because that will not hang around for long.
No. And then Mark Ross wants to know, how do you get packages to your house, Mark?
We do.
You know this. You probably have some stuff waiting for us right now.
Yep.
In fact, that's where we're going to send these gifts. We're going to send those drop ship those. So
I did forget to mention that if you have a friend in the area, you just call them up and say, hey.
Yeah. Or just call Mark.
We're sending things to your house.
Let's throw his phone number up and address, home address. As far as will we be up north? No, we will not. We will be down into Wyoming, Montana, Utah at that time. It's really strange for us to be leaving Minnesota this early, but we're shortening our stays in Minnesota to be back out on the road.
Yeah, we've just found that we love it so much, and it's really, really hard for us to stay put in one area because we just want to get out. We want to see things. I mean, that's what this life is all about, right? Is just getting out there.
Right.
So, although it is a little more difficult with gas prices.
Yeah. And Mark Ross, just so you know, we ordered a Shetland pony, so that should be arriving tomorrow or the next day. So just keep an eye on that.
Yeah. So we've changed our travel a little bit. I was just going to mention and talk about it as we have, I guess, evolved, in this what?
We're walking up right now. It's amazing.
I'm actually kind of being scenty right now.
Oh, okay.
And now you're like ruining it.
Go on.
So as we have evolved in this journey, we have started to, I guess, live in different ways. Like when we started out, we didn't know that we wanted to boondock all the time, right? So we had a bunch of RV parks that we had reserved, which turned out really good because COVID happened. And it was nice to know that we had some places to go because we were kind of panicking because it coincided with when we sold our house and went out on the road. But then we realized pretty quickly that we wanted to boondock. And so that's when we went out and got solar power for our rig, really started to look into BLM land and national forest land and all of that. And then Harvest Hosts kind of came into play when we were playing music again. And then now we've found moochdocking.
And we're really good at it. We're amazingly good at moochdocking.
And so moochdocking, of course, is staying at people's places if they're in an area where you're like we have shows or something. So you stay in their area if they have some land. And actually where we are right now, it's kind of a win-win because we're staying at a house and they're out in the country. They have a lot of land and they're not here right now. So they're going to be gone for a few weeks. So we're watching their place. I'm watering all their flowers outside, so they feel good having somebody here. And then we get free stay.
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong with that.
Yeah. In fact, if Gary and Kelsey are watching, can we get the key code to the house? Because we've run out of food. So we need to kind of get in there and see if we can find like a ham sandwich or something.
There's a question about the Grand Design Rally in Indiana. I think, did they reach out about that one?
No, we are not in Indiana.
Wasn't there one that reached out that we couldn't do? Canada.
Canada, we couldn't do. Yeah. It was too far over. It was almost in Toronto, and that would have been, we would have had to fly the rig. So I love that. Really, honestly, come on. I'm dead inside. I've got nothing. It's all in here.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Oh, it's only 8.5%. No, I'm just kidding.
So anyway, more questions. Anybody have any more questions? we'll just have to sit here quietly and wait. We have all night. We have nowhere to be. Except we could go back to 14 Lakes.
Right. Oh, there's like a bug buzzing in my ear.
We have bugs here. Apparently, Gary and Kelsey didn't spray for bugs.
Well, we should play Satellite since Kathy likes that a lot too. And here we go.
I want this at every show. How come
you already get that at every show?
You're my Steve Billington, Roger Klein's roadie, who's one of the hardest working people I've ever seen in my entire life. That guy does not stop.
Whatever.
Drink this.
No, thanks.
All right, here's Satellites.
All right. Yes. Oh, maybe I'll open that though. No. Good. I'm good.
I got to get this off of here because now I'm all self-conscious.
About what?
There we go.
What did it say? Oh,
Be they sing it to me, hold me into the scene, setting me up for a place that I come from. Bart turned down his eyes, stupid boy in a brilliant disguise, setting me up for a place that I come from. Satellites say a song. South of 50 is all long gone, gone, gone. What was then passes what is now. Don't fade away your Milky Way. Don't pull your satellite to the ground. Kind of sorted my dreams, just an end to a mean, setting me up for a place that I come from. Thank you. Buses rolled into town, either you're on it or you're down, setting me up for a place that I come from. Satellites say so long. South of 50 is all long gone, gone, gone. What was then passes what is now. Don't fade away your Milky Way. Don't pull your satellite to the ground. Good things come to an end. Idaho fences on the mend, setting me up for a place that I'd come from. Shook it down to the floorboard. Yeah, we left our coats at the front door, setting me up for a place that I come from. Satellites say so long. And south of 50 is all long gone, gone, so gone. What was then passes what is now. Don't fade away your Milky Way. Don't pull your satellites to the ground.
nice.
There you go.
Will you change the stereo?
Sure.
Told
So
you
that's
that
Satellites.
Told you that tick would come back.
Yeah. If you guys didn't, if you haven't seen the video for it, we shot a video for that in
Joshua Tree. Yes.
Outside of Joshua Tree National Park in California.
Yeah.
A cold, cold, windy day. So if you get an opportunity, go look at that. Here's another thing we want to mention. And we didn't realize this until we talked to Jacqueline's parents one day. Hi, Andy and Carol. Miss you guys. We're going to see you very, very soon. Very excited. They had been watching us for a long time, but they never subscribed. So if you get an opportunity to subscribe to the channel, that would be really, really cool. It's always fun to see new subscriptions. It's fun to see new comments. It's fun to see people interacting. So, and like Jacqueline said, one of the funnest things to do is to see is when people start talking, different viewers start to have conversations on our channel with one another. We love seeing that.
We do. And what's cool is the RV community is actually a very tight-knit, close community. So if you are getting out on the road, just know that we're your people, and there are a lot of people out there in this community, which we love.
Yeah.
All right. Another one?
Use the same one.
Just get
question.
How
many batteries we have?
No, 3. I had one pinned.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Now I have one on me too.
Now we gotta go through counseling again. This is not good.
You guys,
we have 3
just
Lion batteries, 100 amp hour batteries for our 7 solar panels. Some are 250s, some are 150s. Which one did you have? And
singing satellites over Starlink is epic. So Ruth,
thank you. Okay,
had asked how long we've been married. So Dave and I have been dating for 7 years.
17 years. 17 years.
7 years, and we've been married for almost 5.
And we met. Where did we meet?
And we met 15 years ago.
Yeah. We met at one of my shows, and we were friends on Facebook for, I don't know, 7 years or something. Don't do the math. Nobody take their calculator out. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then we were friends on Facebook, and I didn't even know. And then you came back to another show.
And then I tried to set you up with my friend.
Yeah.
But look what happened.
Look what happened. So, thank you, George. Appreciate you.
Oh, very nice.
Little Jolene. Here's a little.
We play Jolene actually at our shows. Yeah.
Let's see here. I want to make sure I don't miss any.
Any questions?
Any questions? Grand Design rocks. Yes, they do.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Yeah. So far, so good. And I think we have it all. John's going to see us at quarter deck tomorrow.
I wish I could turn the camera around, you guys. There's a deer
staring at us. Hey, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe. Hey.
Shh, don't scare it away.
All right, he's fine.
Oh my gosh. It's kind of small. Yeah. It's not a baby, but it's kind of small.
No.
Another thing that I wanted to mention too is we can't stop staring at the deer now. We would love it if you guys have any ideas of what you'd like to see in a video. That would be great too. We like to kind of just like chronicle, our life and what we're doing. And we like to give some information. We want to provide value, and we want to provide entertainment though too. So sometimes it's hard to find that mix, right? Of giving information, but also just providing entertainment. And what we found was when we were watching videos, we would search for certain things that we were looking for, like, what generator to use or something. But then what we really wanted to see was how people were living, what they were doing in their everyday lives to be living out in their rigs. So we kind of try to show that. But if you have any specifics, or what do you like to see? Yeah,
that's big for us because these come out every week. So we obviously the last 2 we did, the stuff outside of the rig, the stuff inside of the rig. And we tend to do those when we're not moving as much, because if you're not moving, it's tough. And so we so we try to mix it up a little bit, but we always try to find value, i.e. throwing Jacqueline's health tips in. So we're always looking for ideas from you guys to let us know what that's all new content and all that. Considering your fame and fortune, we're usually.
What does your average date night look like?
Usually the limo comes around and picks us up around 3 p.m, takes us to the spa, and then we hit the Bellagio. And did we private jet it last time, or did we fly commercial?
Could you plan a date like that? A date night? Wait. Could you plan a date night? Usually I'm the one that says, I think we need a date night. And then we end up just, kind of like everybody else, going out to dinner and whatever. But what's nice for us is if we can go see other musicians.
It is.
we never get a chance to listen to live music because we're always the live music. So to be able to like go to a concert or just go listen to live music, that's kind of an ideal date night, really.
You know what, Minnesota Brian, I'm going to tell you what would really help us to have a really good date night. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. This is how we have our date nights. We just throw our Venmo out there and just pray that somebody will give us money so that we can actually go out and get something to eat.
Actually, another date night for us, and you wouldn't think it, but is to go hang out with friends.
Yeah.
Because we spend all of our time together. Pretty much. So it's nice just to like, you know, get, like after we played Madden's, the resort, we played our 6 shows in 4 days. We took a day off. We decided, and they were great to us. They comped us, you know, another night.
Is great.
And what we did was we went out with friends in their boat, and that was just so nice. And then we had dinner, you know, outside on the golf course, and that was it.
It's date night. Yeah. Date night's important too, because we really work. I mean, we're working. There's always something to work on.
Looking for deer.
And this is how much time we spend together as Jacqueline's looking for wild animals to go talk to instead of sitting here talking to me. I don't blame you, honey.
Oh,
so that's,
can you put the comments back?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Good.
1:14 and PS, heading to Palm Springs.
Okay, how do you plan maintenance? Like repacking bearings?
Just don't do it. Yeah, it's a lot easier if you just don't do it. Ignorance is bliss. Just let it fall apart. You know what? We're actually bringing our rig in next week. Next week. Is it next week? Yeah, next week. We bring it in once a year before we take off on the road again to go around. Well, not on again, but you know, before we do long trips, and they look it over. They do the bearings. We have a grease gun, so I do pack my own bearings, but we have them double check my work. Jacqueline's dad is a service manager. Was a service manager at a GMC dealership. So when we go up there, he's going to be working on the rig the entire vacation, Andy. But yeah, we just keep an eye on it. There are checklists. We should post one of those sometimes. The same wood tick is crawling up my leg. Just use a maintenance checklist. We do things like make sure our slide is sprayed and greased, and like the seals, you want to make sure that those are, you know, soft, because anything that holds that slide from coming in or going out is not good.
Cleaning solar panels, that's my job. So I get those solar panels cleaned, depending on the area we're in. If we're in a really treed area or a really dusty area out in the desert, I'll clean them more often, you know, every couple of weeks. Otherwise, I can go 3 or 4 weeks, like here would be fine.
Throwing wood ticks. Totally throwing wood ticks. When I used to work at a summer camp, I literally would play with wood ticks during staff meetings because I was so bored, and they always crawl up, and I would just play with them like this. A lot of people from Palm Springs talking. A lot of things from Palm Springs.
You know, we're not going back into the rig until we check for ticks.
Yep. Big group meetup. We'll start small and we'll see where it goes. I guess that's the best way to say it.
We've had one, not a big group, but we did a boondocking meetup at American Girl Mine in California, and that was fun. But we realized not everybody can go out into the middle of nowhere, and boondock. So, you know, one day we might do that, definitely. But one thing that we talk about is that we are kind of accessible because we have shows, but it's not the same, because at shows we can meet people and talk just a little bit, but we can't really, it's not like a meetup where you can.
Yeah, shows are tough because we're, you know, it's like, I always say shows are like getting married. The aunts and uncles all come in and you want to put in time and talk to everybody, but
then you feel bad if you don't.
Yeah, and you get 15 minutes between sets, and then like today we wanted to hang out. My family came to see us, my brother and my sister-in-law and our niece and nephew, or niece and boyfriend. Anyway, we couldn't hang out with them after because we had stuff to do, so we had to get going and hang out with you guys.
But maybe they didn't want to hang out with us.
Yep. Yeah, right. Exactly. Ruth has to get going. Ruth, what's for dinner? You know, you don't just throw this out there and not tell us what you're having for dinner. But you're welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Truck tires.
Kind of truck tires. Well, how often?
Checked. Yeah.
Just get them checked. We had them checked when we brought it in the month ago for service, and there was some warranty stuff, not warranty, but recall stuff. And they looked at the tires, and it's one of those things. Just keep an eye on them. Tires are incredibly, incredibly important to keep an eye on, whether it's on your rig or your truck or whatever you're driving. It's incredibly important. Can't stress that enough.
Camping Alan is asking about solar panels. Sorry, I went ahead to here, and how I clean them. And honestly, I use either just like a towel or even paper towels, and I just use a tiny touch of soap, like dish soap, in the water, and just wipe them off, and then go over with clean water. But they work really, really well. So just getting all of the excess dirt off and stuff like that, I'm not too worried about scratching them. I've never scratched them or anything like that.
How do we deal with heat? And then we got to get going here because we don't want to keep these people too long.
Because you're getting run over by wood ticks.
How do we deal with the heat and dust in your rig? Well, here's
question.
A prime example. We're sitting outside right now. Our rig's really hot, and we're plugged into just a 20 amp inside, which is not enough really to run our AC.
We can run it for a little while.
But we go outside, and the dust, you can't get away from it. It's just the way it is. You got to wipe stuff down.
Yeah.
Dust it's all over when you're in the desert, and it is what it is. There's no way around it.
I try to keep things super, super clean, but you kind of have to get used to it just being a little bit dirtier. Like, we take off our shoes when we go inside, and sometimes I get a little like, oh, you got your shoes on, get those off. But
yeah, and Mike said, they just use water, and to be honest with you, water probably would do the trick, but Jacqueline likes to use just a dollop of soap,
just a tiny bit, because if you get too much, you're going to have that soap film on there. You don't want that.
Right. And then you can, Alan, you can use them like a microfiber towels, things like that, or if there's snowing, just use use your mop handle and get your snow off that way.
And I don't use a pole or anything. I just get up there on my hands and knees and I wipe them. So.
Yeah, the nice thing about our rig is the solar panels are spread out enough where you can get to them. I had to help our friend Vince in Arizona. He does not like to get up on his rig. I don't blame him. His rig's pretty tall. So I ran up there, and being that I'm still afraid of heights, I still did it. I don't know how that works into it. And I had to literally do gymnastics to get to his solar panels. Really? I mean, they were so tight up there, and luckily ours. The scariest time I had was when it snowed. That episode where it snowed, and I couldn't see anything, so I didn't want to step on anything. So that was the hardest thing I had ever had about cleaning our solar panels.
Starlink, we have just wiped it off with water so far, but we haven't had it very long.
Yeah, we just got it. I mean, like I said, and Jack, I think, said, when we got to Minnesota, it was a lot tougher because, as you can see behind us, there are trees. So we moved it all the way back as far as we could, as far as the cable would reach, just to get the angle so that it was up over the trees.
And it works beautifully.
We love it.
We do. So far, so good.
Yeah, we haven't since we started getting it. So it's been great. That was my cutout.
Another one of those dad jokes.
Another one of those dad jokes. Yeah. I apologize.
All right. So, drop us a comment. Let us know what you'd like to see. And thank you guys so much. These are always so fun. Like, this is probably the funnest thing that we get to do is come on and do these lives.
And we hadn't done one for a while. And a lot of it is if we're playing on that night or we can't get back to the camper fast enough. And so this is the first one we've done outside.
Yeah.
I want to do more of these.
Except no wood ticks the next time.
He's coming back.
Thanks, Camping Alan.
Yeah.
Very nice of you.
Thanks, you guys.
All right.
So again, just to recap, make sure you guys please subscribe. We really, really would love it if you subscribe. And we love the comments.
Yeah.
The more comments, the better.
That's Dave's thing. He loves, I answer some of them too, but it's true. he loves answering
Mhm.
all of the comments. So
Yep.
we like
So,
that a lot.
have a great night, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you out there, there.
Here.
We'll see you out there.
We'll see you guys out here. Thanks for watching.
Take care.
Mwah.